All right, all right. We have Liz Kennedy here. She has agreed to give us a couple minutes of her time. I know she's running a busy business out there, and want to first of all thank you for taking a couple minutes with us today. I would just love a chance to get to know you a little bit better, or I know you a decent amount, but I want to give you an opportunity to tell the world who you are and tell the Market Center some of your background and your experience prior to coming into real estate. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, when I left college, which was, just a few years ago, nah, not, I decided I wanted to be a coach. And so a basketball coach, and that was my background. So for the last 26 years, I've been coaching basketball. I was in the collegiate level. And then here in Atlanta, I was at two private schools and we did very well. My thing was I like to take a program that was slow and build it and build it and build it and win a championship or two, and then, you know, call it a day and move to the next program. So I was successful. I was known in the basketball world in Atlanta. And so then we decided to adopt two children.
Okay.
From babies. And so then everything kind of changed because I was a PE teacher, my wife was a PE teacher, and we both had to coach a lot. And so as my oldest was getting older, I knew that he was going to want to do stuff like sports and activities and whatever he wanted to do. And somebody needed to be there to allow him and my little girl to do that.
Yeah.
Before them. And so I took my part-time real estate job because I always had an interest in real estate. So I went and got my license. So I was doing it part-time, just dabbling with it. But I decided to just, turn off the basketball coach hat and put on my realtor hat and go full-time.
Okay.
I was at another brokerage for a while, and I had a great guy who was my broker, but I just wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't advancing. I wasn't moving my business. I wasn't doing with it what I knew I could do.
Right.
And any training I was getting, I was doing it on my own. I was paying for it on my own. I was, just kind of, wading through the muddy waters, trying to figure it out. And so then I came across an email, long story short, came across an email from Aubrey, just kind of saying people need people on their teams. And I was like, maybe I need to be part of a team. I don't know. And so I had a conversation with Aubrey, came over to Keller Williams in June, and joined your group, Bill, probably within maybe 4 days of getting involved.
So
I just knew I needed, and so I kind of, trusted you and just kind of dove in.
well, you're a coach, right? So like people can shoot foul shot after foul shot after foul shot and probably eventually get better.
Yeah.
Or they can enlist the support of the coach who has, systems, tools, strategy, accountability, et cetera, and say, hey, have you tried to do it this way? Or, visualize this, or use this, do this with your fingers or whatever.
And do it as a routine.
Right.
Over and over and over again, which is, as you're leading into, treating my business like a business. I know that's kind of cliche, but it really is what you're teaching.
That's right.
And what you need to do to turn your business into a business, not just the mindset of it, which is part of what you do, but also the exact steps you need to follow and the exact number of calls you need to make and the exact number of listings you need to have in order to meet your goals. And so everything is from mindset to, specifics is part of your coaching.
So what do you think drew you to coaching? You had a lot of success, there's a lot of coaches that are kind of known for different styles of coaching or different types of coaching. What does coaching mean to you?
That's interesting, Bill, because you saw a light bulb go off in my head about why I like what I'm doing with my business in real estate. When I was a coach, what I really enjoyed the most, besides my relationship with the kids, which is my kids are having kids now, which is crazy. It's how long I've been in it, but is that I liked to find a way to beat the competition. Like I would have teams that weren't as good. We weren't talented. We weren't as good. We couldn't jump as high. We couldn't run as fast. but I love taking my team and beating somebody else who should have beaten me.
Yes.
And that was my favorite part of basketball, is just figuring that out. And so what I'm discovering in my business is pulling out of myself the things that I think are unique about my business and trying to market those things.
I love that. And, seeing what kind of the competition does, if you will,
Yes.
and look for areas of improvement or gaps in what they're doing or gaps in the service level that's provided to the consumer. I'm going to send you this video off the record of an NBA player that I've been kind of following a little bit lately. And just the way he talks about the game of basketball is just amazing. He's like, I watch every game.
Yeah.
Every single game.
Yeah.
And I'm looking all the time for a competitive advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know what this player's tendency is. I know what that team's tendency is. When they're down by 5 and there's 2 minutes left in the game, I know exactly what that team's going to do.
Yep.
And
Give me goosebumps, Bill. Give me goosebumps. That's what I love to do.
Yeah. So I'm going to send you that video.
Do that.
You're already familiar with it, but I'll send it to you anyway. So tell me a little bit about, you had mentioned kind of earlier that you feel like kind of recently you've kind of turned the corner a little bit and you're starting to think a little differently. Walk me through what's going on in your head right now.
I had bad habits, with my other brokerage and just getting going. I had bad habits. Everything would come in front of my business.
Right.
Whether it was cleaning the kitchen or going on an errand or, doing whatever needed to be done. And then I would do my phone calls or my business, and because I really didn't want to do it.
Right.
But, this week, I don't know, maybe something you said on Monday, Bill, something you said my numbers weren't where they should be. And you gave me my number and I was like, dang, is that all I've done? And so, I don't know. Every day this week, I've tried to change my bad habits.
Yeah.
Stop doing that and do my time blocking. Do what I'm supposed to be doing, and then, and I'm feeling better about myself. I haven't gotten a listing from it. I haven't gotten a buyer from it, but I feel really good about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm moving in the right direction, and then I will.
Well, you're planting a ton of seeds and you're getting your confidence up. You're eliminating bad habits and you're replacing them with good habits. Your time will come. It will come very soon, most likely. It's like you said before, you're beginning to treat it like, or you're resuming treating it like a business, right? And you know that it's a mathematical formula. If you speak to enough people and you deliver enough value, you will get business. If you don't have it yet, it's because you just haven't talked to enough people. So you just got to keep your head down and trust the process, and continue to be learning based and make adjustments and make pivots and continue to learn, and you'll be just fine. I got no doubt at all about that. So talk to us a little bit about your life outside of real estate. A perfect day off, what would you be doing?
Perfect day off with kids or perfect day off without kids?
Let's do both.
Perfect day off with kids. Like Sunday was my day off. And so I got up and I went for a run. And then when I got home, me and the family, I discovered some trails that the neighborhood's been foraging through, and I found some. And so I took them back on the trails. We went to the playground, we played around, we came back, we went out to lunch, just threw the baseball and football around, just kind of spent family time, just being active and not talking to them as they get home from school and they're going to bed and I'm still trying to finish up some stuff. And, so basically taking time out away from the house with my kids is a great day.
Well, I just identified the next piece of coaching that we're going to have, which is we don't want our kids to be to get us when we're done with the day or right before we start the day. They should be getting us at a high energy level, at a high excitement level, right? And we all struggle with that, myself included. But real estate is supposed to fund the perfect life, right? And I truly believe that. And we're modeling for our children how to be a successful business owner, right? And how to treat other people and how to organize our time and how to spend our money properly and all these things. So I'm excited to watch that happen for you. What advice do you have for an agent that, let's say they're either brand new to the business, never learned anything, never helped a buyer or seller, or never learned anything about real estate, I should say, or an agent that may, they're struggling. They've got maybe some mindset challenges. Their business is stalled a little bit. What advice do you have for them?
Well, first of all, everybody's got to know that what I didn't know when I took the course to get certified and to get my license, you don't learn anything other than how to not get sued. Basically, they teach you how not to get sued.
Right.
You know, don't do these big wrong things. Just don't do that, and you'll be fine. But they don't teach you the little stuff. They don't teach you anything as far as how to be a realtor and they don't teach you how to be a good one. There are so many bad realtors out there, and it just makes me mad because they get listings and they get business. But anyway, so for someone who's coming off, either inexperienced or just stuck in the mud, I would recommend that you find a way to get a system going, a routine, a system, and stick to it. And for me, it was coaching, because it's talking to somebody every single morning at 8:30 a.m. and getting my mindset right to go, so that my day doesn't start at 10 o'clock one day or 11 o'clock another day or 9 o'clock one day. It starts at 8:30 every day. And then to have a system that you follow, a time block system that you follow every day. And it's not going to show, your business is not going to show up right away, as you can see with me, but I'm halfway to most of the way there. I've figured out a lot of things in the last few months. And so
right.
Got to get a system. It can't be random what you're doing.
That's right. Well, we've talked about the idea of E to P, right? Like entrepreneurially, you have experienced what the results of your efforts are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to do some hard evaluation. Hey, is this something that makes me happy, right? Do I feel fulfilled? Am I earning enough income? Am I making enough impact? And if the answer is no, which oftentimes it is, the next question is, well, what am I going to do about this? Am I going to get purposeful? Am I going to find a play? Am I going to run the play, right? Am I going to execute on the plan? Am I going to wake up earlier, promise myself I'm going to make calls, or am I going to go visit one house a day and learn more about the market? If you get intentional and purposeful about your time, you're going to see the results. We speak to a lot of agents that'll say, oh, well, I did 3 deals last year and 6 the year before, and then I did 1, and then I did 4. The reason why it's all over the place and generally low is because they're in the lead receiving game, right? So they sold 3 homes because 3 of their friends wanted to sell a home. Right. They sold 1 home the next year because only 1 showed up, right? If you go out into the public and you share your value and you make pitches to people, then you'll have a much more predictable business.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. And then we get to spend more time with our families.
Yep. Routine is very important. And I found that out in coaching. The kids, you put the kids in a routine, they know what to expect, they know what to do, and it's practice, practice, practice after that. And then it just, winning starts happening after that.
Well, I'm gonna put you on the spot because I'm gonna save this video in YouTube for all of eternity. And in 1 year, I want you to look back on this and smile that all the things that I'm about to ask you for have been accomplished. Where do you see yourself in a year?
I see myself making a minimum, and this is a goal that we've set, Bill, a minimum of 3 transactions a month. Okay. Which means we've gone through the numbers on that, and that would change my world financially. It would take so much stress and strain off of my shoulders. And that's where I want to be. And just having a system where it's, and having not only people that I know going to me for business, but to me, the breakthrough is going to be when people I don't know.
That's right.
Me and want me to sell their home.
There's a ton of great parts about real estate, but when you get a referral from somebody that you've only interacted with for, let's say, a month or 2, it's the coolest thing ever. Right? Because 2 months before, total stranger.
Yep.
And you have an awesome experience together. They believe in you. They had fun. they enjoyed spending time with you. Then they connect you with one of their friends and you get to help them and they're a stranger. And it just snowballs. And it's the coolest feeling when you're, helping families find homes and
Yeah.
sell homes and build wealth and make investments.
And to me, it's making sure that they're taken care of.
Right.
And not become the victim of a very lazy, bad agent. I want to be that person that makes sure that they're taken care of.
I love that. And that's one thing I've admired is doing role play with you and seeing your energy in the morning and having our one-on-ones and all that. I can tell that you're coming from contribution in the most authentic way, right? You truly want to see these families be successful. You truly want to help them get to their next stage in life. And believe me, I'm not the only one that can tell that. So I'm super grateful to be a business partner of yours. Super grateful for your participation and your influence and your energy. Any closing thoughts?
I just want to thank you. I mean, I don't think anything happens from coincidence. I think everything happens for a reason. I even have it tattooed on my arm.
What does that say?
For a reason.
Oh, cool.
Everything,
I like that.
when I'm like this, I'm like, well, everything happens for a reason. And that I came to Keller Williams for a reason. I stumbled into your office for a reason. I didn't blink when you said, I don't even think you gave me a pitch, and I said, I need to be part of the program. I need some direction. And it's happening. I'm setting up my team behind me, my Facebook ads team, my marketing team, my, closing team, I'm setting up people behind me to help me. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I'll tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
One woman told me, I believe you bring to you what you believe, which is all the positive energy and the thinking.
100%.
She was single forever. Like it's felt like forever, forever, forever. And she just couldn't figure out why she was single and she couldn't find someone. And so finally she walked out, she looked in her garage and it was jam packed on one side. She was the only one that could park in the garage.
Yeah.
She cleaned out the other side of her garage. And she said, this is for the person that, we're supposed to be married and the person I'm supposed to be with. She cleared out that other side of the garage so that they would have somewhere to park. Found someone.
How amazing is that?
Got married not long after that. So it's to me, I'm setting up everything.
Yeah.
Because I need to be ready when this explodes.
Right. Is because the systems that are required and the calendar that's required of, let's say, I'm going to sell 5 homes a year agent.
Yeah.
Is definitely different than the systems and the calendar of somebody that's going to sell 36 homes a year.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't build a highway with 1 lane, you build a highway for 6 lanes.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know that, when people are going to move out, there's going to be more traffic. So I love that story. The first thing that popped in my mind when you said that is like, our kids will sit down for dinner and they'll eat all their food and they're full. They're like, oh, I'm so full, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, you don't want dessert? And they're like, oh yeah, definitely dessert. Like, wait, I thought you didn't have any room. They're like, no, there's a separate shelf.
Yeah.
For dessert. Dessert and the other stuff, they're not in the same container, right?
Right.
So, well, I appreciate your time today. That's one of the things I love about it is working together is you always got a smile on your face. You got great energy. I'm super proud to be in business together. I'm super excited to watch all this progress, and I really appreciate our partnership. So thank you so much.
Man, thank you.
All right. Thanks again. See you in the morning.
All right. Bye-bye.